Hello there. In this video, I will be talking about anxiety disorders. My name is Dr. Tolulope Alugo and I'm a child and adolescent psychiatrist. So what is anxiety? It's that feeling of unease, tension, worry, fear. Can anxiety ever be a good thing? Yes, anxiety can be healthy. For example, anxiety may make you get ready quicker in the morning when you're running late. It make you walk quicker across the street when you're trying to cross the street on a busy day. It may make you study harder for an exam. So in those kind of situations, it's helpful. Anxiety becomes unhelpful when it interferes with our functioning. It gets in the way of everyday life. In that kind of a situation, we call it a disorder because it's causing dysfunction. What are the kind of anxiety disorders that we know of? There's social anxiety disorder, there's generalized anxiety, there's separation anxiety, there's specific phobia. And the underlying thread in all of these disorders is fear, it's worry, it's a negative thought that there is a threat. What causes anxiety? We all have primitive responses that leads to a fight or fear response. And I'll just tell you a brief story. So you can imagine if you were a caveman and you had just finished gathering food for your family, ready to begin to maybe light a fire and cook this food. And then you see another caveman approaching. How would you feel? You might feel very tense. You might think, oh my goodness, he's trying to take our food away or he's trying to harm us. In that kind of a situation, the caveman might want to fight this other caveman. So his body will become tense, his muscles become tense, his mind is racing because he's thinking of what he needs to gather to fight, or his strategy, or he's thinking, how am I going to protect my family? So his mind is going a mile a minute, his body is ready to get into action. That is like a fight response. If on the other hand, this other caveman looks really big, menacing, had a big weapon, and maybe frightening for this initial caveman, he may be thinking, oh my goodness, I need to get out of here. Again, it's the same response. His mind is racing to look for outlets or how it's going to run. His body is tense, the muscles are ready to take flight. So anxiety is that same primitive response. It's a fight or a flight response when our mind perceives something around us as a threat. And when people feel anxious, they have these same responses. An example is social anxiety. A teenager, for example, may feel that they're being judged negatively by their peers. They may feel that people are looking at them and thinking, she's not pretty enough, or her clothes are not nice. And so that leads to being self-conscious. That may lead to them avoiding doing presentations in class. They may not want to eat in front of other people because whenever they have to maybe answer a question in class, their heart begins to race, their body feels tense, they may feel short of breath. They just don't feel well. And they feel that this is a threatening environment, so their response is to try to avoid it. So another underlying thread, apart from the worrying thoughts I talked about, is also avoidance. Because of all the symptoms of anxiety, how our body kicks into this fight or flight response that is not very pleasant. The innate, almost automatic response is to avoid, is to get away from that threatening situation. So you might find somebody not wanting to go to school, not wanting to hang out with friends, afraid to pay for something at a till or place an order at a restaurant, for example, just because they associate those circumstances with racing heartbeat, with mind racing, with body being tense, with butterflies in their stomach. So these are some of the common symptoms of anxiety. In the upcoming videos, I will go into further detail about some of these anxiety disorders and how they can be treated. Thank you for listening, and please share this information with your network. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.